So you've made your combat animations, but you don't know how to implement the actual hitboxes. Well, on today's episode of the Roblox Essentials, I will show you guys how to do that. Alright guys, so obviously we will need a hitbox, and right here I've already created a hitbox. In fact, I've already created most of my things because I want to speed up my video a little. I don't want to have my video be too long. Anyways, here's my hitbox, and it's really too big, to be honest, because it's supposed to go into my kicking animation, which is the animation I will be using today. And as you can see, it's way too fat for the leg, but it will do because I don't care. And here we have the hitbox, and then the script where it plays the animation when you press a key, and then we have a marker as well. If you have any questions, just drop them in the comments because I don't want to explain all of this. But here we go. We have a kick event that fires the server, and then the server when the event is fired, we run this little function here, and basically this will get the right leg of the character, right, the attacking part, right, and then we clone the hitbox, we put the hitbox in the workspace, and then we set the position or the C-frame, and the C-frame is literally just a better position. Well, I won't say that, but it is the position and rotation stored in an object, all right, a physical object. So yeah, and position is just position, obviously. So but if we test this really quickly, right, you can see that it's not really like, it's kind of bad. I mean, sometimes it spawns up here, sometimes it spawns like down here. It's not consistent, right? And that's mostly because it's really weird when it comes to animations, because the position is constantly changing, right? So how do we solve this? Bam. We use a weld constraint. All right. Basically, what this will do is right after it sets the position to the leg, right, it will weld those two together, so they will stick to each other. So it will literally be connected to each other, like with screws. Like it's going to be welded together. And if we go in here really quickly and we test this out, right, bang, perfectly following the leg, right. All right, so now that we have that, we actually need to check if it's touching any parts, right? Like we got to see if it's touching somebody. So right here, when we have the HB clone, the hitbox, we want to, how do we get touching parts? Well, there's a very convenient method called get touching parts. Wow. How useful for there to be a method that returns a table of all base parts that intersect with a part, right? Bang. There you go. This will return everything, but unfortunately, it's only if their can collide is true, right? However, guys, there is a simple trick you can use to get it to work with non-can collidable parts, right? Credits to your boy Eva Era and Bill Thomas, right? These guys, they're crazy, like thank them for real, like look at this. Apparently, if you like connect a function to the touched event of a part, and then you get the touching parts, right, the physics start working differently. They start interacting, they start like touching each other, and it works. And that's like super cool, because that means that all right, so once we use the method to return the table of parts that are touching the hitbox. We will loop through it. Alright, so first of all, let's make a variable that holds all the players or characters, right? Characters hits, right? Characters, or we can just do cars, alright? Equal this to a little table, alright? Now we want to do a for loop with the part that is hit with all of the touching parts, alright? And now we want to find the characters, right? How do we do that? Each character has a humanoid, so we will check for the humanoid. Local part dot parent local, actually the local character equals part dot parent, alright? If actually local humanoid is equal to character find first child, which returns the first child, and it can be recursive, so it will check through everything. We won't do that though, right? We'll just do find first child, and then the humanoid right here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. And remember, find first child returns nil. It returns nil if there is no humanoid, or if there is no part that is found with that name. So we check if it is not equal to nil, and then we put the character in the table. So we do table.insert the character. The first argument is the table, second one is the value that you're putting in the table. So you're inserting the character into the character table that I made here. Alright. But we also want to check that we don't have any repeating, because remember, you can hit multiple parts and then you can check if that part that is like, you can check if the right hand is this player 1, right? But if you check if it also hit like the left hand, and that will also return, player 1 or character 1, and then you end up dealing double the damage that it was supposed to. So we have to check, make sure that the character is not the same thing as not the same, or if not already in the list. So what we do is we check exactly that. If table.find, right? So table.find is a method that will return the first occurrence, the index of the first occurrence, right? So we find basically in the haystack characters, the table, right? In the table, we have to check for this instance, the instance of character. If the character is already in this character or characters table, then it will return the index, right? Do is check if this table.find returns nil, right? Because if this returns nil, then that means there is no character in this character list. So that means that if we do find a humanoid and the character is not inside here, it will put it in there. How crazy, right? And after that, we don't need this little debris add item thing anymore. I use this so that it would delete the hitbox, but now we don't need that. We just destroy it. We make it disappear. Oh, we make it disappear. Destroy, little destroy method. And this is really awesome, right? Because right now I will print the characters list, right? And I will grab random little stinky humanoids. Alright. I will get a dummy. Many dummies. So right here, I will have 2 dummies stacked on top of each other, and I will just have a regular dummy right here. And I don't know why it says that. Let's see. Bam. Oh my. Okay, hold on. Alright, so it added me like 100 times. That's kind of a problem. Not only do we check if the character isn't in there, but we will add to that, and if the character or if the enemy character is not equal to the character or the player character, so that means it won't detect you, it won't add you. So bang shawa bang, it's only the rig, how amazing. And bam shawakalukura bang, it's only the R15 dummy. And if we cover both, it's the R15 dummy and the rig. That is so amazing. So after all of this, then we will have a table with all the characters hit by the hitbox. Done. Video over. Just kidding. I want to make it deal damage first. So I did this to show you guys that this is I'm just too good of a programmer. And that's really the whole point of this series, you know. To show that I'm just the best programmer ever. And that I'm willing to give out all of these techniques. That should be all for my hitbox system. This took me a good hour to do. So please, if you learned something, if you even grasped a little nugget of my knowledge, please hit that subscribe and like button, because I really appreciate it when you guys do that. So, but if you guys liked my video, then actually like the